Hi, everybody. It's your favorite girl, Elena, here to play your favorite water witch, Remi.
Hi, guys. My name is Kyle. I play Oswald.
Hi, I'm Britton, and I play Michael.
Hi, I'm Allie. I play River, and I will also be your game goddess. Let's get this show started. All right, so welcome back, everybody. It's been a little bit of a time. We had a little bit of a nice little space breakout. So it's been a while, so let me recap you. Y'all met Michael. Where we left off was in the level 3 of the Astoria training grounds. You guys basically one-shot like 10 guards all at once. By you guys, I mean both Oswald and Remi, because Allie rolled 2 nat 1s in a row. Yay for Allie not blessing her dice. At the very end of it, it's River and Zach on the opposite end of the hallway, and you guys came in from the other end, and it's just kind of like Michael and his cute little spider friend. I hit my mic. It's just Michael and his cute little spider friend in like the center, with Michael having his forest green energy shield around him, and River just going, "Hey guys, this is Mikey," and Oswald going, "That literally gives us no information." And that's where we are.
With no information.
With no information. So River's just looking at both of you, and Zach goes, "Yeah, this is Michael. This is Michael. He was a friend of mine.
That still doesn't give me any information.
He was a friend of mine in the lower district. He helped me get jobs. River, how do you know him?" River's like, "He stopped by Xander's garage every once in a while, and he would give me like gummy bears every so often. It was fun. He was cool. He was a cool guy." Hey, Mikey.
No. How's it going, Squirt?
Why do you call me Squirt? I know I'm small.
Because you're small.
You
call me Mikey.
River like gets her her arms, and she like flexes them a little bit, and they have like the smallest little bit more of muscle than the last time you saw her, and she goes, "I'm strong."
You're still small. As he looks down to River.
Yeah. And River goes, "Well, it's a nice little fun little green bubble you have going on there. That over there, the princess looking one is Remi. I love her. She's my sister. If you hurt her, I will hurt you. I don't care who the fuck you are, Mikey." And that's Oswald. He is like my brother. Again, same thing. If you hurt him, I have to kill you, and that's literally just law.
I'm eating chips, not paying attention.
From your pocket, from your snack pocket.
From Snack Dimension, remember? It upgraded. I can just create a wormhole of snacks now.
Well, nice to meet y'all. As Squirt here kindly said, my name is Michael. Most people around the lower district call me Michael Malibu.
Remi gives him an odd look because it sounds like a fake name.
So Michael is a little bit more of the attractive sort. He has like a nice jawline. He does have like a nice scar that goes down his cheek, and he looks a little bit more rustic than the upper district people. He definitely doesn't look like he's full lower district either, though.
Should I roll a like straight D20 to see if I find him attractive?
Yeah, roll to fall in love.
Roll to fall in love. Oh gosh.
Oh no, he fell in love.
I rolled the yeet fuck dice.
Oh god, you got yeet. You think that Michael is the most attractive man you have ever fucking seen. Like, he's hotter than Winston, and you flirt with Winston. like a lot. And he just has like these muscles that are like a lot more bulkier than you would think for how long you assume he's stayed in this jail cell. On around Michael's feet, you see this cute little orb. It looks like a little like metal orb. It kind of looks like an aluminum foil ball that has like a little like more like slots in him, and he's just like rolling around Michael's feet, and then he like pops up and it's his full head. And I think I explained this in the last one, but just so like you guys can have a little bit of a refresher, this is a little robot that can float. He's about the size of, he's like a little bit bigger than a hedgehog. He's like just like a little bit bigger than that, but he has like a ball like a BB-8 and a head like Wally, and he kind of just floats around Michael, and he's just like being very like hyperactive around him.
And Michael will look down and pick it up and say, "And this is Frank."
River just goes, "Is that new? Is all of this new? Like powers with the mutant abilities and the robot?"
About 6 months ago or so for the powers, I found out.
Oh. I'm sorry.
And then, yeah, this one, about a year or so of this thing's been following me.
And how did you end up in here exactly?
Pretty much how everybody else ends up in here.
Okay.
Can I poke the little orb?
Can you what?
Poke the little orb?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Michael, did you put down your shield yet?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, if you
Shield
want
would
to
have
go
been down as soon as everybody was knocked out.
Okay, so you guys can go up to him and actually like you can consensually touch Frank if you want to.
I just want to poke him, see what happens.
Okay, go up to Frank.
Should I roll a luck check to see if I get absolutely demolished?
No, you won't get absolutely demolished, but you can attempt to touch him.
Do I roll anything for that?
I'm looking real fast.
Roll to poke.
Roll to poke. Roll an annoying people check.
Dexterity.
Actually, yeah, that's not far off. Do a dexterity for me, actually.
I only have a +2 to that. Watch me like fail and like fucking stab Shade in the eye somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Shade isn't with. Is Shade with you? I don't think Shade's with you.
I thought she was waiting in the car or something.
Yeah,
Well,
she was in the car. Remember, she was our
Shade.
getaway driver.
No, I do not remember shit, guys. It's been a while. Thank you for remembering that for me.
That is how I remembered something. An 11 + 2. So 13.
So Frank rolled a 19 to dodge you, so he just kind of goes beep beep, and he like goes around Michael's other side of his head, and he's like, go in your ear, Michael. He's just like beep 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 beep.
It's all right. It's all right. Gently caressing the top of his head.
In this like weird like speak that he does, you know he's very silently, because you can like tell by like the difference of tones within his beeps. You've learned from the amount of time you've spent with Frank that this is just him silently cursing at Oswald. Like if he could speak human words, it probably wouldn't be nice stuff coming out of his little beepies.
Yeah, Michael's just gonna sit there and pet him and gently caress the top of his head.
You hear this weird like motor noise, which kind of sounds like purring. So, Zach, Michael, give me a perception check real fast.
Oh boy. That is not the strong suit that I am looking for. No, that's a nat 1. I don't see shit.
Okay, so cool. That means so Zach just kind of goes up next to River and everything, and he's just like silently watching everything that's going on, and is going, Do you know how many people are actually in here? Like, collectively? Because we only really brought one car. We're probably going to need more than that, yeah?
Probably. Where are y'all going?
Oh, we have an entire place down at the other end of the outside of Eden. It's actually, and he points his finger over to Remi. He's like, it's actually her old house, but there's a few dozen of us over there, and we're called the Revolution, actually, and we're here to kind of stop whatever hell is going on in this goddamn fucking town.
With all the super mutants and whatnot going around?
Yeah.
That's still
obviously
a problem.
you know the whole Astoria thing from being in here, yeah?
I heard bits and pieces, but not a lot.
All right, so Astoria. You know what? How about let's get back to the house and get comfortable, and then we will kind of talk about all of this. I'm going to phone Rodney real fast to have him bring a few extra cars so more of our new friends can get out and we can have a little bit larger of a resistance. And then we can just, like, get this all straightened out. Does that sound good?
That sounds terrific. I need to get the hell out of here. I've spent 6 months in this place.
That's fucking gross. And actually, Michael, you have spent over a year in this place.
Oh, over a year in this place. I'm out.
Zach kind of turns around and you see him mess around with, like, his wrist, but Michael, you don't really see anything on his wrist. It looks like he's just poking at his skin. And then he, like, in his ear goes, hey, Blink, we're gonna need backup. Just get here, dude. There's literally, like, 400 mutants here. How are we going to stick that all in one speed? Shut up, dude. You know what? Get Hood. Get Hood to do it. Fuck you, dude.
I walk over and I say, you can bribe them with snacks since I have, the portal.
He's like, I'm talking to Rodney. I'm not talking to Hood. It doesn't work like that.
Isn't Hood here?
Yeah, okay.
Isn't Hood with us?
No, Hood's not with you.
Well, he was in the car with us, wasn't he?
No.
No, that was when we went to go get River. Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Hood is currently in and out of the Lancaster Manor a lot right now. So he's going back to what he was doing with the Rockefellers, and he comes back probably 4 times a week, but he tries to come back more often now.
Is that your brother, Hood? He'd still say to River.
River's like, I mean, I just learned he was my brother. How do you know he's my brother?
I had a few run-ins with him.
Okay, but he didn't even know he was my brother.
Yes.
Yes.
It's getting too meta. It's getting too meta.
Zach's looking at Michael while he's talking. He's just like, are you okay, dude? And you hear this yelling in Zach's ear. He's just like, dude, shut up and just bring extra people here. God damn, if you can't do it, ask my garage. They will. And he's just like, I'm sorry. I fight. There's one guy in there that I'm not a fan of, Michael. You understand that. Now, how do you know that he was her brother?
Really quick, my brain is so fucked up by TikTok that when you kept saying I'm sorry, I heard mommy, sorry, mommy.
Yeah, no, I've been doing that all week. I've been doing that all week. I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing that all week to people.
Oh my gosh.
Or the dad, I mean Danny, I mean daddy, I mean daddy, I mean Danny, I mean daddy.
No, my favorite ones are the thirst traps and people immediately going do not ask me what the color of the fucking whatever was. I do not know.
Yeah. I've seen those.
What color was there? What color was the roof or the ceiling, huh? What color was the ceiling?
Oh, no.
I don't know!
Another good one is, What color were the what color the boobs? What color were the boobs? No. All right, so
Michael will look over for his answer. He's like, "You guys don't remember anything?"
We didn't remember anything since I was 10 years old, Mikey. He didn't remember anything since I was 10 years old, Mikey.
I'm off in the corner, like I'm like off by the side a bit, and I like do finger guns at Michael, and I say, "Trauma."
And then she finger guns back at you, and she goes, "Godmother with mind-bending abilities." And she goes, "But Hood definitely was trauma, so you're not wrong there."
Yeah, I was more referring to Hood.
Oh boy, this will be interesting then. Sure, he won't even remember me.
I mean, of course I remember you. You were always in asshole's shop, Xander's shop. Like always.
But you don't remember me from before.
Were you in Astoria's facilities?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Plot twist.
Fuck. My mind is more fucked up than I thought it was, because I knew Shade's here. Shade was in the facilities, of course. Shade's outside in the car.
Yet again, I finger gun at River. Trauma.
Well, Shade might remember me. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I mean, she remembered me at the beginning. So
okay,
maybe.
So if she remembers you, she'll probably remember me.
Yeah,
then.
her mind wasn't too fucked up. She just has trauma in general. Yeah, so we at least have one car, so we can bring you and your friend back to the hideout. We just got a few new guys too that might be a little bit creepy. Remi, how have Kimmy and Claudia been doing in the new house?
Are you asking me that as a player, or are you asking me that as a character?
I'm asking you that. River is asking Remi that in character.
Okay. So, as for a split second, as you look over and you see a glitch in the Matrix, you see Remi in soccer mom outfit, and then it glitches back into her regular outfit. She's like, "Oh, it's going great." She's like, "Sometimes I have a little bit of trouble, but I think that's just because they like ZACK a little too much, and they've been having a little trouble with biting, but that's okay, that's fine. There's nothing we gotta worry about." The terrible twos, as we like to say.
I think they're way past their twos, but okay. Yeah, so we have a few new friends there that might match your friend's physique, and the little spider guy behind you just goes, "I'm not too sure about this."
Oh, come on, you'll be fine. And he'll wrap an arm around the creepy spider thing.
It's like, okay, all right, and so we all collectively have enough cars to get Michael, Spider Guy, and then like maybe 5 other mutants that are on this floor to the Lancasters. Zack's still in the background going, "How far away are you and how quickly can you get here?" And he's just like, "You know how far away you are, Zack. You know I can't get there that quickly." And he's just like, "Jesus fucking Christ, you're fucking useless." And River's just like, "Are you okay over there, Zack?" And he's just like, "How did you date this man?" And River's like, "Okay." All right, I'm gonna let you deal with that drama over there, Zack, I guess. And so Zack just goes, "Oh, okay, I'm going to wait here, I guess, until Rodney gets here so I can help him pack up everyone. I want to keep accounted for everybody. If anyone comes, I can just shut down the system with," and then he like opens his arms. He opens his palm and like electricity like plays through his fingers. And he's like, I'll just deal with that. You go, you take a few of the new guys and I will meet you back at the manor. River's like, okay. And I'm going to say that's when you guys like all pile back into the van. Let's see. I'm going to roll for Shade real fast to see if she remembers my key. So, okay. So she sees like everyone go to the car and you, Michael, you see this like smaller girl. She has like blonde hair, has a little bit of darker makeup on, like wearing all black, and she just looks so over it. Like she's so bored. She does not want to be there anymore. And she sees you and she like puts her head out the window and goes, "Who's the hot guy and why is he here?"
I look up and I'm like, he is hot, right?
Yes, he is incredibly. Why? Why? I didn't know they would be hot. Why are they hot?
Michael's face will turn beet red, and he'll scratch his cheek where the scar is, and kind of like glance away. Doesn't know how to answer it at all.
I lean over to Michael and I'm just like, I'm so sorry about that. And sometimes they can just be so rude and not whisper. And I like look at him like you're making him uncomfortable.
What, Shade? You're looking at Shade and doing that?
Yeah, Shade and Oswald.
Shade's looking at you and going, if somebody's hot, you should tell them. That's a law.
I'm kind of like leaning in the window, like, you know, head close to Shade's head. And I'm like, yeah. I don't see a problem here.
Shade kisses your nose.
You just see a small smile. I'm trying not to acknowledge that.
She goes, is Zach coming, or what's exactly going on with that?
He's hanging back so he can deal with some stuff.
Okay, how many mutants were in there? I'm gonna guess a good amount.
Yeah, he called for backup, so
okay,
there's gonna be more cars headed this way.
And by backup, I'm guessing you mean Rodney, and him and Rodney are still fighting.
I guess so, yeah.
The answer to that question is yes.
All right, cool. All right. So hi, I'm Shade. Nice to meet you.
We've met before, Shade.
We've met?
Long time ago.
Where'd we meet?
Awkward.
In the...
If you want to know, she rolled a 5 on that intelligence check to remember you.
That's fine. That's fine. At the Astoria facilities?
Oh, when we were really, really, really young.
Yes.
Oh, hi, I guess I'm sorry. Awkward. Okay. Hi, yeah, nice to meet you, and you Michael.
Yes.
Michael. Okay. Yeah, I guess get into the car and did you guys explain everything to him? And River goes, no, we're going to do it when we get home. And he's just like, okay, all right. Yeah, get in. Everybody get in and we will start our way back. And you all just like kind of get into the car. Where would you say you guys are in the car?
I'm in the passenger seat 100%.
Okay.
Back middle, holding on to Frank. He's just kind of like.
I feel like you're just kind of like. How tall is he?
6'3".
Okay, so he's definitely sitting in the middle with his knees like almost up to his chest.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he's holding on to this little tiny robot right in his right in front of him.
That's literally like a size of like a small kitten or hedgehog just in his
Oh my god, what a babe.
And you can feel Frank like vibrating a little bit, which is very much his way of purring. He's very comfortable with what's happening right now.
I look at Shade and I'm like, hey, do you need like do you want a coffee for the road or anything?
She looks at you and goes, yes.
You see a little portal opens up and then an actual mug of coffee
she's like,
falls into my hand.
Oswald, the more powerful that gets, the more I'm attracted to you. She just like takes it from you.
Snacks are very attractive. Milk or sugar, anything like that?
I really would enjoy some vanilla foam if that's an option.
You see vanilla foam just pours out of the hole.
And she goes, that was sexual. That was very sexual. That was a lot more than it was meant to be. Wow. All right. And
I give her a wink. I give her a wink, hand her the mug, and then I turn around and I'm like, anybody else? Snacks?
No, I think we're fine. I think we're good. Let's just travel back to the house. Cotton candy.
I will
you see another
candy.
portal opens up like kind of in front of him, and then just this, you know how like they have the little paper cones?
Yeah.
You see that just kind of like stick out, and I just kind of motion for him to grab it.
Reaches up slowly with one hand, not really trusting it yet, and pulls it out of this dimension
River
thing.
also goes, this is also very sexual. This is weird.
I look at Shade and I wink.
That was River that said that one.
I know, but I still look at Shade and wink. And then I'm just like, just pull it out. It's like literally whatever flavor you want. Think in your head. That's what it's gonna be. So
cool, blueberry.
You pull it out and it's blueberry cotton candy
roll.
And it's the size of your head.
Basically, yeah.
River just goes, oh, it's a sweet tooth. I didn't picture you to have a sweet. All right, cool. Shade, let's get this ball rolling. It's gonna take us a bit to get back to home base. She goes, yeah, it will. So
you're welcome.
Thank you. I don't know what is going on here, but I will accept cotton candy.
I pull a pack of Oreos out before we go, and like I kind of like say to no one in particular, like, oh hey, these are the Pokemon ones that they released like fuck, what was it, like 200 years ago?
My god.
Damn. And then I open the pack and I'm like, holy shit, there's a Mewtwo.
They're all Mews.
I found like 3 Mews in here, dude. Where was this 200 years ago?
Oh god, we'd be rich.
I pull out my phone and I start looking at whatever the future version of eBay is.
It would be Amazon, just Amazon.
It's just
I start comparing prices of like as we leave. I start comparing prices of Mew and Mewtwo Oreos, and I'm like,
it's specifically called at that point.
Are people actually doing that?
Yes, it's specifically called at that point. eBay, brought to you by Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. And yes, people are actually doing it. I think Mewtwo's are going for like $500. So,
oh my god,
yeah.
What the fuck? Jesus.
Hey, you there, listener. This is Allie. You know, from that podcast that you're listening to right now. Well, if you're listening to us, you must be really into or interested in tabletop role-playing games. Well, from the makers and publishers of games like Mutants and Masterminds, that's the one that we play, Blue Rose, Dragon Age RPG, Fantasy Age RPG, and many more, Green Ronin Publishing and Dice Drop Evolution would like to give back to you all. So stock up and pick up some new games at greenronin.com and use the code DiceDrop at checkout to help save you some money. Again, that is greenronin.com, and the code is DiceDrop at checkout. Have fun, friends.
You've just finished your masterpiece and are ready to unleash it onto the world as soon as possible in its most raw, untouched form. It's absolutely incredible. But wait, it's riddled with glaring grammatical gaffes, and you have no idea about how to make it stand out among a galaxy of other games. Let me, Amber, at Space Jamber Word Crafting, abduct your work at thespacejamber.cool. With 5 years of professional editing, copywriting, and social media marketing experience, I'm laser focused on making your games, books, and more out of this world. My constellation of clients include Penny for a Tale, The Wanderer's Tome, and even Fat Magic. So you know you're guaranteed a quality result. Again, contact me, Amber, at Space Jamber Wordcrafting for a free consultation at thespacejamber.cool. That's thespacejamber.cool.
So,
super rare Mewtwo double Oreo, $5,000. Mew
God,
Oreo, $700.
No.
Mewtwo Oreo, $1,000. Oh, here we go. Mewtwo Pokemon Oreo, $10,000, or you can buy it now for $20,000.
Hell no. Fuck you all.
all right.
Anyway.
It's a lifestyle, man. It's a lifestyle.
So, after a good few hours of just like eating snacks in the car and just like getting to know everybody a little bit more, you start, Michael, this is a new like look for you. So all of this is new to you because you've only ever seen like Eden and like that little cell that you've been in, and that's been basically your entire life. So as you're driving, you first go through like a little section of Eden, which is like part of the lower district, and like you can see from a little bit of the middle district, and you can see Eden is not looking great. You can tell like all of the middle district, all of the upper district that was on raising platforms, all of those platforms are gone. Like you don't see them anymore. From what you know, like they are in the actual city. The city looks a little bit more abandoned. It looks a little bit decrepit. You see every once in a while like this like hulking giant creatures just like pop up out of nowhere and just are walking around aimlessly around Eden. And then like you would go right back into the vegetation that is the woods. That is the woods and forest area. And as you come closer to the Lancaster Manor, you see this huge, it's like a huge like southern Georgian like mansion, right, Elena?
Mm-hmm.
And it to be very frank, it's fucking huge. It's giant. There's probably, from what you could tell, it's probably a 15-room house alone. That's bedrooms. That's not like rooms. You see that there was an extra add-on to the house that looks a little bit more like ratchet compared to like the beauty of what this house actually is. And you can see like a few guys like working on like speeders down there, and you can tell already that those are a few people from the lower district that you helped get like jobs around the lower district. So you know a few of them. You see Barnabas working on one car. He doesn't have a shirt on. He's like lower. He has jeans that are like running a little bit lower on his waist, and he's like in a speeder just like fixing it. And there's like Johnny and Ronaldo that are over. Was that a roll to fall in love?
No, I'm bored.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I need my hands need to be doing something, so I was like,
I'm
roll
holding,
dice.
I'm holding 5 D4s right now. So, for no reason. So, you guys all land, and Shade pops out, and she goes, "Hi guys, we're back." And all the guys in the garage just sort of look at her, and they look at River, and they all give River like the up head, and River also gives them the up head, and she goes, "Hey, Zach's gonna be back later," and they're like, "Yeah, we know. Rodney came in being real pissy and took like 4 of our vehicles, 4 of the big ones too." She's like, "Okay, that's good. We're gonna be having some new friends soon, so we're gonna talk to Celeste real fast. And we'll meet everybody later, but we need to get the new guys up to speed a little bit." They're like, "All right. Oh, by the way, Remi?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Can you get Kimmy and Claudia, because they're pointing to like the corner of like the garage, and they're like chewing on wires and have like this crazed look in their eyes."
It's like those dogs that are like,
Yeah, it's like Mom's gone and I'm upset about it. That's the energy.
Okay, so then I roll my
like,
eyes.
Can you get her? Can you get them?
I roll my eyes and I'm just like, and I like start marching towards the garage, and I'm like, "I already gave you guys 3 chew toys. Why can't you just chew on the 2 toys?" Running into the garage.
And they stop and they give you those puppy dog eyes, and they're just like, "Mom's home." And they say it in synchronicity, and they get up from like destroying these wires, and they just like hug you, and they're super sweet about it.
And I look at them and I go, "Now listen, just because y'all are bitey monsters doesn't mean you get to chew on whatever you want. You see this?" And I point over to the wires. I go, "This has electricity. And if you bite these hard enough, you'll end up getting shocked and probably die. And would that make my life easier? Yes. But would it make me sad? Definitely yes. So if you keep chewing on these, I'm either going to kill you, then bring you back to life so I can kill you again, or," and then she mysteriously pulls out 2 brand new chew toys that have squeakers in them, and she goes, "You can chew on these," and they're little pigs, and they go like that oink oink noise that they like make, and she's like I don't know how they react, but I imagine it's like anime eyes, like, ooh.
Man, let me roll for.
Really feel like these pigs now should make a duck sound.
Basically.
Okay. So Kimmy takes hers really quickly, and you see when she like takes it and like opens up, like unhinges her jaw to like chew on it. The moment her jaw locks on it, you see sparks of electricity come out from when they were eating the wires, and then she was absolutely fine. And she's just looking at you with like big eyes. Like, yeah.
Look over to Oswald.
I pat her head and I just go, "Good girl. Now if we continue to chew on these, maybe you can get nuts and bolts for a treat for dinner." And
I'm gonna look over to Oswald and
It's the
say
texture. They like the
only
texture.
mildly disturbing.
It's I got nothing.
River's like, "They're from my domain, actually. I'm sorry. They fell in love with Remi, and that's now their mother."
Gotcha.
And then I
Well, bless her heart.
I whisper something to them, so and then I'm gonna message you, Allie, like while they're talking about this, but imagine them like whisper, like they're whispering, like I'm whispering to them, and then have them just keep talking. You two, just keep talking. You can cut all this out.
Okay.
You do know that one of my powers is echolocate, is really good hearing.
Yeah, actually, one of his powers is like a location, but you don't know.
But hold on. I need you guys to do other things for a hot second while I'm whispering, and then like he can hear the whispering.
No, and that's completely fine. Yeah, he has very good echolocation, but you wouldn't know any of his powers by now, so I feel like this is fair.
Oh boy. So who's all here that Michael might know besides everybody?
Besides everybody. Barnabas is here. There's Ronaldo, there's Ethan, and there is I think I named one Patrick. I don't fully remember. But you would know a lot of the guys in the garage just from being at the races all the time and just getting them jobs in general.
Michael's gonna just walk into the garage and say, "Well, nice to see y'all again."
So while you guys are catching up, I'm going to need Michael to roll me a perception to see if you're paying attention or if you're just going to be talking to your friendos and you're not really using your power all that well.
That is 18 total.
Okay. So you hear the very end of this. You don't hear it a lot because it's really just like the guys hugging you and everything. And you hear Remi very, very lightly go like,
Ronaldo.
Yeah, just say Ronaldo. Yeah. Ronaldo. And they look at you. If you look over, you can see the twins just like shaking their head excitedly at Remi, and they run off with their little pig toys off into the actual house. And River goes, "Okay, so since everybody's caught up, let's get inside, and we can kind of tell you everything that's gone on in the past year since you've been gone." And cell
block D.
Yeah, exactly. You'll also probably meet Celeste. I don't think you'll really meet Rodney, because I think Rodney is out going to talk to Zach. But to be fair, Rodney's a little bit of a hard ass, so you probably wouldn't be a fan anyways.
We'll find out sooner or later.
Yeah. So, as everybody goes into the living room area, you see there's probably 20 people in the living room area. It's Celeste. You don't know who Celeste is, but you see like this cute, like smaller woman. She has a blonde pixie cut, a little bit more of like a doe face, a little bit more of a pixie nose. She's very small, very petite. She has darker eye makeup on, and she just looks tired. She looks stressed out and tired, and she's also just like yelling at like multiple NPCs. And she looks back and sees like everybody come in. She goes, "Oh, hey. Oh my god. Oh, you're new. Hi, I'm Celeste."
Nice to meet. Michael will reach out a hand and shake her hand and say, "Well, my name's Michael Malibu."
Malibu. All right. Interesting last name you had there. Self-proclaimed, or is that literally your name?
That's my name.
I lean over to Celeste and I go, "I'm pretty sure it's fake."
Celeste is like, "Okay." Like very okay. So do you know everything that's going on, or are you like oriented yet, or are we getting to that? What exactly is going on, guys?
Well, I've been locked up for a year now, so I don't know what's gone on this past year, really, besides bits and pieces. But
well, I'm sorry about that. Kind of in the same sense, Remi, Oswald, and River were locked in their own heads for almost a year, so I feel like it's a relatable topic. Yeah, let's get started on that. So, would any of you guys love to recap, Michael, about everything that's happened in the last year? So it's just not
this. So this is Remi's job.
And honestly, it's one of the best parts of the show. So,
okay, where does this start? Where do we start? At the very beginning?
No, Michael, why don't you tell them the last thing you remember happening before you got into the cell so they know exactly where to start?
Last thing that I remember, I was down in the lower district at one of the races. Sure, the last race that's ever been there now. And those giant green things started attacking.
Giant green.
He's talking about the super
The
mutants.
super mutants.
Oh. So is this was what? Like
There
So
was
timeline
an
wise,
earthquake.
it was literally the same day that we were put into the dreamscape.
okay, I was about to say, like, oh my god, like, what the fuck? Like, I was like flipping, and I was like, I don't have any of that red. Okay.
So everything that's happened after we were out of the dreamscape, he knows nothing of.
Yep, there you go. I have written in giant letters, James killed the baby. So there we go.
Cool.
All right. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to get myself stretched up. I'm warming
I'm
myself
assuming
up.
I've missed a lot now since she's stretching.
Yeah, she's stretching and
We're all just watching Remi get prepared.
I go.
River sits on the couch. She asks Oswald for a hot cocoa for the show.
I mean, I won't let her feel alone. I'll stretch with Michael. Stretch with her.
All right, so essentially when we got sent into the dreamscape because of Peter, it's because he himself is a dream weaver. Dream weavers are basically people who are in charge and working with Winston on making the dreamscape work and be cohesive. Turns out that Peter was a bad guy. Peter is BT Dubs, the leader of the anti-human people and want to turn everybody into mutants, or so we assume. So when we got sent into the dreamscape, it was only me, River, and Oswald who were together, and we had to find Shade, we had to find my dad, and then we had to find Hood. And so we went around, and then we found a guy named Winston. And Winston is really cool. Winston is secretly M. And then she puts in quotes, quote unquote, M. And then as we go, he tells us, oh, we need to go all the way back to the beginning. We need to go back to the town and make sure that we can find everybody and make sure that we can get sent back, and we got to basically talk to the wizard. And so then we end up meeting all sorts of other people along the way, and it was kind of fun. So then we kind of decide, oh, in order to get in and to see this mysterious quote unquote M, and then she slows down to do the M, we decided to burn the entire city to the ground and then insult a lot of people, and then that ends up getting us to there, and then she whispers to to Michael, she goes, Oswald flirted with somebody, and we don't talk about that. And so there's a total of 13 Dreamweavers, and so we are trying to find them all and basically get rid of them so that we can end up getting rid of Peter's power, because Peter's power is all defined by the Dreamweavers. So we ended up killing 3 of them while we were in our own dreamscapes, which is basically little itty-bitty pocket dimensions of nightmare lands for each of us, and they were all kind of weird. So, as we get back flung out because of Winston, because he is the greatest human being in the planet, oh my God, he's basically God himself. Then we get sent back, and then we end up finding out that while we were gone, we were basically left for dead in our bodies, and then we were in a comatose state for the past 8 months. Then, as we got out of the coma, we end up finding out that we got sent super mutants to destroy the entire city, essentially by Peter, because he wants the mutants to rise up. And then Astoria made more of her guardian people in order to fight back against the mutants, and that just caused an all-out war. So what we decided to do is that we're going to end up trying to make sure that everybody is all good and okay. So then, as we got back, River remembered, oh my God, Hood is my brother. So then she goes down into her little depression hole. She ends up breaking up with Rodney. It was a great time. And then we go to we go to a house with Celeste because we need some bonding time. Celeste is Rodney's ex-girlfriend. We believe that they broke up because Rodney is still in love with his ex-girlfriend, but we're not going there. And so we end up finding Barnabas, and then she like does like the Will Smith to Jada meme, like that. Ta-da!
Barnabas is still working on a car, sweaty and greased up in the garage.
Like out, like she's like
looking.
She's doing it by like the screen window, or like by the window, and it's like ta-da! And then she runs back over, and then she goes. So basically, what we're trying to do is that we're trying to make sure that everything's a-okay. Then Then we
Breathe.
then we end up having a big old fight. Turns out my best friend was cheating on me, on my boyfriend with each other, and then they end up coming with River's two of her ex-boyfriends. One was a psychopath, the other one was a bitch boy, and then they end up kidnapping her and taking her over to Astoria. So then Astoria is keeping her for who knows what reason. We assume it's for her healing powers because she has better healing powers than Data, and then turns out Data wasn't the key. Turns out River's the key to all sorts of things in order to cure the entire mutant race. Then we end up going and we try to find
her. River, she's like lighting up her purple beacon hands, just like, woo.
So then, as we go and we're doing all this fun stuff and la la la, yippity-doo, there was something about OmegaCon, and then we had to deal with stupid people with the Rockefellers, and then Hood decided to be a bitch baby and leave. But, you know, that's all that's stuff that's not important. So then as we're getting there and we're trying to find River, we end up interacting with on some... And then she, like, looks off into the distance with tears in her eyes. On some godly plane, we interact with Dr. Hansi and Plaguey. And it's just like she's not supposed to know that.
Yeah, I'm going to say that you did not know Hansi at all. You maybe knew Plaguey.
No, but, like, it's like a glisten in her eyes. She was like, we just felt some sort of pull towards this area, and we don't know what it was.
Oswald is 100% asleep right now.
Then we end up coming back, and then we end up finding out that my dad knew about all of the torture shit the entire time. My dad is an absolute asshole, but that's not important right now. We're talking about River and making sure that we got everything okay. So then we end up coming back, and then we end up finding River, and then we end up rescuing River, and now we're here.
Please tell me that right when you said your dad's an asshole, the professor was just kind of like walking by and then just kind of like head down like, oh.
So this is what happened in conjunction with all of that. One, in the time, because it's been like 3 or 4 months, so River now does indeed have like a phone. River's got a text message, looked at the text message, put it down. She rolled a 5 for sleight of hand on that in stealth, so you guys all saw that. I'm not going to even have you guys roll for that. She put it down, is still letting this happen. She has a very blank look on her face. You said, this isn't about my dad right now, it's about River. River smiled. As soon as you said something about Hood, Hood actually did walk in the door the moment you were starting to go about this, because he got a thing from Rodney saying, hey, come to the house. There's some people that you need to, like, help get introduced into the space. So Hood walks in the moment you're just like, Hood goes with the Rockefellers, I don't even fucking care. And Hood's just like, okay. Your dad does.
I know I missed a whole bunch, but that was just because I was on a roll and I wasn't really looking at my notes.
Yeah, so
it was like a Luis backstory from Ant-Man.
Yeah, basically. That's what I go for.
So I'm going to need Oswald or Remi to make a perception check on River real fast.
Where did my dice go?
I don't know.
And my perception check. My perception check.
Everybody go look at Kraken Dice on Twitter.
Total of a 7.
Using the Kraken Dice.
Wow, Kyle.
Promotional Kraken Dice.
Hashtag ad.
I got an 8 on my Kraken Dice.
You see nothing.
I got a total of 17. I rolled a 9 plus 8.
Okay. So, Remi, you notice River, like...
Oh, wait, you said perception?
Yes.
Oh, that's an 8 plus 14.
Okay, then Oswald and Remi, you both notice River, like, look at her phone, and then, like, you notice her get a little bit tense, and then puts her phone away, and is just looking at Michael, and then looking at Remi and Oswald, and looking at Michael, and looking at Remi and Oswald. And, you could see River's face also go a little bit white, and then she goes, so, Mikey.
Yes.
You said that you were at the facility with us when we were younger?
Yes.
Okay. So we can trust you.
Yes.
Can I roll like an insight check?
River's about to also.
Okay. I can still roll mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, I can't tell shit as in per usual fashion.
I get a plus 12 to this, so...
Well, I rolled a natural 1, so...
The dice didn't even roll. It just plopped down and didn't move.
Yeah.
Did I re-roll that or no?
No.
Okay, because that was a 15. Plus 12.
Okay, for some reason River's character sheet isn't coming up, but Oswald's sure is. Alright, okay. So actually, Oswald, we're one off from our insights, so we both did very well. So, what would you say is Michael's whole demeanor right now?
He's calm. I mean, he's looking around trying to make sure that there's nothing that's going to jump at him, but
So it's you're more on self-preservation mode than you are on okay. So
and I think in this moment it would be perfect while he's in self-preservation mode. He hears a scream in the distance and 2 creepy giggles.
1 minute. Let me roll. Roll fast.
I don't like this.
Okay. So Kimmy got Ronaldo. Claudia missed.
And then you see me get up and yell down the hallway I told you to scare him, not to eat the intern.
And he's just like, why are they coming after me?
Training! It's all about training. You can dodge a daughter, you can dodge a fireball.
I ask Remi what their favorite snack is.
And I look at him and
blood, put much of my veins.
I look at him and I go, well, technically they really like to eat nuts and bolts, like screws and stuff because of the crunchies. But right now their favorite treat is wires.
I don't think snack. I can wormhole that because it's technically not food.
It's not a real snack.
No. I try to, but it just comes out as Cheerios.
They also really like the taste of human flesh, but we're trying to kick them off of it.
I look at them and I go, but if we're being quite honest, their favorite snack that isn't weird and is actual human food is Bugles.
I plop out a family-sized bag of Bugles and toss it at them.
They go at it like small piranhas.
I was about to say, you see them fight over it like
Do
savage
they eat the
dogs.
plastic too?
Basically.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's less trash, I guess. I just kind of watch this and I'm like, waste not, want not, I guess.
I look at him and I look basically dead in the face and I go, it's better if you just don't watch.
I don't know, it's kind of interesting.
To watch now.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Don't look at them directly in the eye. They'll think of it as a sign of aggression.
I got no plan on doing that one.
Have you thought about obedience school?
Believe it or not, they ate an obedience school trainer.
Oh, well, never mind.
So, what you would find out from your insight check is Michael's fight or flight mode is indeed on. He doesn't seem like he's going to cause any harm to anybody here. It seems he's more afraid of getting harmed. And River clocks that and understands that not only from a just healing empathy standpoint that she does have in her person, but more as a I know trauma when I see it sort of thing. And Oswald, you're just really good at clocking people and their emotions just in general at this point, even though you try not to show your own very often. And River's just looking closer at Michael. And Michael, I'm going to need you. I know you're not great at them, so I'm going to make the DC fairly low.
Oh boy.
But I'm going to need you to give me a perception and or persuasion.
Oh, persuasion then all day. Forget that.
So
oh yeah. That'll be a 28 total.
All right, cool. So with your persuasion roll, River is going to look at you and be like, so we're here to help you. and you're not going to try and bring anybody here.
No. Why would I? I got no reason to.
Okay. River then takes a pen that's somewhere, and if anybody wants to try and see this, you can, but she's being super stealthy with it. In fact, I'm going to do her sleight of hand and stealth roll, so you guys would need to do a perception and insight check to clock it.
Oswald's fully not paying attention. His head is in the snack wormhole.
Okay.
He's trying to figure out what's going on.
22. So
With your snack wormhole?
Yes.
So he's seeing what all he could throw at the twins.
It's more just he's never actually looked inside, so it's curiosity.
So River takes Michael's hand with a pen in her hand, and she just writes A on it, and then puts his hand back in his lap. And she rolled a 22 on a sleight of hand and an 18 on stealth. So I'm going to need an insight and perception if anybody does and really want to see what she did, or if everyone trusts River enough.
I want to try, but it's not because I'm not trusting her. It's because I want to know what they're doing.
Okay.
Like, I see her fiddling with something, but, like, I want to see if I can catch it. So, the perception.
Yeah, I need perception and insight, so it'd be both of them.
Okay. Perception. I don't see what she's doing, so let's see insight if that changes anything. Oh, insight, that might work. That's a 12 plus 6, 18.
So, Remi's smart. Remi's fairly good at puzzles.
I can deduce a lot of things.
So you can see from the way that River is, like, she literally just took his hand and wrote something really quickly. You can see from the way her hand was moving, it definitely looks like she wrote an A, and that's literally all she wrote, and she put it back in Michael's lap.
Interesting.
And she just looks at him and, like, shakes her head, like, you're good. Like,
Yeah.
And this is a way of River showing Michael that she knows something that you weren't prepared for her to know.
Michael will point at his scar and just say, yes.
And River goes, oh, we're all so fucking fucked, aren't we? Holy shit. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine here.
Oh, I can deduce now what the A means.
Yeah, I think I have it somewhat figured out. As a player. Obviously, Oswald's not paying attention.
Oswald doesn't know shit.
No.
And right at that moment, right when you guys are, like, fun, like, the tension starts to go down, everyone starts to, like, feel a little bit good. Suddenly, there's a weird rumble that starts happening, like, everywhere. It almost feels like an earthquake. And
I look at Remi and I'm like, your demon children better not be causing earthquakes.
I go, that they just like to eat people. That's not a part of their power.
You don't know.
yes, she does. So there's a light rumbling, and then suddenly the hologram TV kind of turns on within the living room. It's kind of around everybody, where everybody's sitting, and it comes up, and all of a sudden you hear, well, hello, Revolution. It's been a while. And that's where we'll end it today.
Hello, friends. It's nice to see you again, and we hope you liked the new episode, and we're happy to see you here.
You know the deal. If you aren't already, why not? Follow us on Twitter at dice_drop. Why not? Or, well, me. Mostly Allie's always there. Kyle's starting to be there, too. It's starting to become a real wild ride. It's great. Also, if you want to support us, you love us, you are enjoying what you're hearing, enjoying what we do, you can pop over to Green Ronin
get some games for yourself, maybe a little Mutants and Masterminds, maybe a little Blue Rose, maybe a little Dragon Age RPG. Get a little, money off on us. Just use the promo code DiceDrop when checking out. Also, to help support us, you can stop over by our Ko-fi? Does anyone really know how it's said? Apparently, they made a YouTube video about it. Did I, actually go to that YouTube video? No, but you can always stop by there, do a little donation, maybe get yourself a pack of stickers or some pins, some Dice Drop merch, because every little bit helps support us. And, if you really want to help support a podcast of content that you are enjoying listening to, that's the best way to do it. All of that money will go straight back into the podcast to help do what we love doing for you. All right, so you guys want to know when the next episode's going to be? I'll tell you. We'll see you guys February 11th. Can't wait to see you there. Love you guys. Bye.
Still, it was weird where I was just like, oh my God, she's just so beautiful and this and that. And then it wasn't until I think I was 20 when I was starting to realize I was bisexual. And the moment that it clicked is when I was sitting there and I was watching The Hunchback of Notre Dame for the 50th time, that year. And I was just like, oh my God, I would totally fuck Esmeralda. And I was like, oh my God, I had these thoughts a lot when I was a kid. Oh my God. It was all of the repressed memories.
Literally the same energy of Allie walking in the cold rain with the Starbucks iced coffee going, of course I have to get iced coffee because I'm gay. And then I stopped and I go, fuck, I'm gay. And that's how Allie came out to herself.
Yeah.
No,
so it was
because I do the same thing.
It was
and River
that was a nice crack.
Sorry.
That was such a good crack. Oh my God. That was a shot of heroin into my soul.
That was my fingers.
I know. I could tell it was your fingers.
So,